Camryn Grimes, best known to the young and the Restless fans as the beloved Mariah Copeland, has finally spilled all the delicious, funky details about her and voice actor Brock Powell's unforgettable wedding. And let's just say, this wasn't your average Hollywood ceremony. From whimsical decor to a soundtrack that could only be described as eclectically romantic, Grimes' big day was as unique as her love story. The Emmy-winning actress, who's been captivating Y&R viewers since she first stepped into the role of Cassie Newman as a child, is no stranger to drama on screen. But her real-life love story with Brock Powell is pure heart, laughter, and unfiltered joy. When she sat down to open up about their wedding day, she didn't hold back. "It was funky, it was heartfelt, and it was 100% us," Grimes said, glowing as she recounted every detail. A celebration of us. For Grimes and Powell, the goal was never perfection, it was personality. "We wanted it to feel like our living room exploded into a wedding," she laughed. "We've both got weird, wonderful tastes, a little bit nerdy, a little bit vintage, and a lot of love for pop culture. So instead of toning that down, we turned it all the way up." The couple chose a venue in Los Angeles that blended old Hollywood charm with quirky modern flair. Think lush greenery, Art Deco chandeliers, and splashes of deep emerald and gold. Guests were greeted with a sign that read, "Welcome to the Powellverse," a playful nod to Brock's career as a voice actor in animation and Grimes' long run in Soapland. A dress to remember. Grimes' wedding gown was anything but traditional. "I didn't want a princess dress," she admitted. "I wanted something that made me feel like myself, a little retro, a little boho, and definitely fun." She found her dream gown in a vintage-inspired design with hand-embroidered stars trailing down the skirt. "When I put it on, I knew this is the one. It sparkled, but not too much. It was romantic, but not stuffy. It was me." Brock matched her energy with a tailored forest green velvet suit and a cheeky pocket square featuring a cartoon character from one of his voiceover projects. "He's a character, literally and figuratively," Grimes joked. "I loved that he found a way to bring his world into our day." The ceremony. Love, laughter, and a little bit of chaos. If anyone expected a perfectly choreographed, Pinterest-perfect wedding ceremony, they didn't know Camryn and Brock. "We had some chaos," she confessed, grinning. "One of our groomsmen tripped over the flower arch. My veil got caught on a chair. The flower girl tried to eat her petals, but honestly it was perfect. We were laughing the entire time." Their efficient, a close friend who also works in the entertainment industry, sprinkled in inside jokes about soap operas and voice acting, prompting laughter from the crowd. "He made a joke about how Brock's proposal had better delivery than half the scripts we've read," Grimes recalled. The audience roared. It just set the tone for the rest of the night. The funky reception. The reception, according to Grimes, was a mashup of everything we love. The couple ditched a traditional seating chart and instead opted for cozy lounge areas filled with mismatched couches, old records, and neon signs. Their first dance wasn't to a classic love ballad. It was to a cover of Elton John, "Tiny Dancer," remixed with a touch of soul. Dinner featured an unconventional spread, food trucks offering gourmet tacos, sliders, and even vegan mac and cheese. "We didn't want people stuck at tables eating a plated meal," Grimes said. "We wanted it to feel like a festival of love." Dessert was equally non-traditional. Instead of a towering cake, guests indulged in an entire dessert bar filled with mini pies, cookies, and a donut wall shaped like a heart. "I'm a donut girl," Grimes admitted. "I couldn't not have donuts at my wedding." A star-studded yet down-to-earth guest list. Though the guest list included several young and restless co-stars, Grimes emphasized that the event felt intimate. "I've grown up on that set," she reflected. "So having my Y&R family there wasn't just about celebrity, it was about love and history. Sharon Case, Joshua Morrow, and Kate Fairbanks were all there cheering us on. It was surreal." One of the most emotional moments came when Grimes' longtime on-screen mother, Sharon Case, delivered a heartfelt toast. She said she's watched me grow up, both on camera and off, and that Brock was the missing piece to my puzzle, Grimes shared through tears. "That moment broke me in the best way." Dancing into forever. The dance floor opened with a bang. Grimes and Powell surprised everyone with a choreographed routine that started out slow and romantic, then erupted into a mashup of disco, funk, and 90s hip-hop. "We are both dorks," Grimes said, laughing. "We love to dance badly but enthusiastically. We didn't care if we looked silly, we were having the time of our lives." As the night went on, guests donned glow sticks, retro sunglasses, and funky hats. A spontaneous karaoke session broke out, with Brock doing an impression of Elvis Presley while serenading Camryn. "It was ridiculous," she admitted, "but it was so us. We live for those moments that make no sense but make perfect memories." The meaning behind it all. For Grimes, the wedding wasn't just about throwing a party. It was about creating a reflection of the life she and Brock have built together. "It wasn't the kind of wedding you see in magazines," she said. "It was real, colorful, imperfect, and deeply personal. That's our love in a nutshell." After years of working in an industry that prizes perfection, Grimes found comfort in the messy beauty of the day. "When I looked at Brock, everything else disappeared," she said softly. "All the little mishaps just became part of our story. Every laugh, every tear, it was exactly what I dreamed of." A honeymoon with a twist. In true Camryn and Brock fashion, the honeymoon wasn't a five-star resort getaway. It was a quirky, cross-country road trip. "We loaded up our car, grabbed some playlists, and just drove," Grimes revealed. "We hit all the weird roadside attractions, giant dinosaurs, mystery spots, alien museums. It was the perfect way to start our marriage, laughing, exploring, and getting lost together." The final word. When asked what advice she'd give future brides, Grimes didn't hesitate. "Make it yours," she said. "Forget what social media says your wedding should look like. Forget perfection. The best weddings are the ones that tell your story." With a grin, she added, "And don't be afraid to get a little funky. Life's too short for boring weddings." In the end, Camryn Grimes and Brock Powell's wedding wasn't about extravagance or trends. It was about authenticity. A celebration of love, laughter, and individuality, wrapped in the kind of joyful chaos that defines a truly beautiful beginning. Because as any young and restless fan knows, sometimes the best stories aren't scripted, they're lived.